Hey everyone, have you ever been in a conversation where someone said their shoes were fire and you honestly looked around for a fire extinguisher? Or maybe someone said they were down to hang out, and you wondered. Down where? The basement? English is weird, and textbooks usually teach you the stiff, formal stuff that nobody actually uses in real life. Today, we are going to fix that. We are diving into the real way people speak, the slang, the vibes, and the phrases that will make you sound like a local, not a robot. If you've been looking for real English conversation practice, you are in the exact right place. Let's get into the top 10 questions to master modern English. Question 1A. What does it mean when someone is salty or down for something? Okay, let's start with a vibe check. Imagine you ask a coworker or a friend why they seem a little annoyed, and they say, "My boss was salty about me taking time off." Here is the answer. Being salty has nothing to do with food flavor. It means someone is bitter, annoyed, or just in a bad mood about something petty. In the story I'm thinking of, a boss was grumpy because an employee wanted a vacation. He was being salty. On the flip side, we have the word down. If you ask a friend, "Hey, want to go hiking?" and they say, "I'm down," that is a huge yes. It means they are willing and interested. But be careful if they say, "I'm down to chill," it means they just want to relax. So, salty is bad vibes. Being annoyed, being down is good vibes, meaning you agree to the plan. Simple, right? Question 2A. How do you talk about paying for a meal without it being awkward? Picture this. You just had an amazing brunch with friends, a French toast, cappuccino, the works. The waiter brings the check. What do you say? Do you fight over it? Here is the answer. The most common, chill way to handle this in the US or Europe is to say, "Let's split the bill." This just means dividing the total cost evenly by the number of people. It's way easier than calculating exactly who ate what. You might also hear the phrase "go Dutch," which is an older idiom for everyone paying for themselves, but honestly, splitting the bill is what you'll hear 99% of the time. It keeps things simple. You might say, "I'll pay with my card, and you guys can just Venmo or PayPal me your part." It's super casual. It stops the end of a meal from becoming a math class. It keeps the energy relaxed so you can focus on how good that food was. Question 3A. What is the right way to say your phone has no power? We have all been there. You are out, maybe relying on Google Maps to find your way, and your screen goes black. How do you explain this panic to a stranger to borrow a charger? Here is the answer. You don't say, "My phone has lost its electricity." That sounds super robotic. You just say, "My phone is about to die," or "My battery is dying." If it's not completely dead yet, you say, "I'm running low." Think of your battery like a person running a race who is getting tired. In the scenario we looked at, someone needed a lightning cable for an iPhone. This is a crucial conversation starter. You can literally make a new friend just by asking, "Excuse me, do you have a charger? I'm running low." It's a lifesaver phrase, so remember, your phone dies, and before that, it runs low. Question 4A. When are fire and lit compliments instead of emergencies? Imagine you walk into a party. The music is loud, everyone is dancing, and the energy is amazing. You turn to your friend and say, "This party is lit." Here is the answer. In Gen Z and millennial speak, lit means exciting, fun, and energetic. It used to mean intoxicated, but now it mostly just means a really good time. Now, what about fire? Let's say your friend walks in wearing brand new sneakers. You say, "Whoa, those shoes are fire." You aren't saying they are burning. You are saying they look amazing, trendy, or cool. You can use this for food, too. "This burger is fire." It's basically the highest compliment you can give. If you use very good or nice, that's okay. But if you want to sound like you belong in 2024, use fire and lit. Just don't use them at an airport security checkpoint, obviously. Question 5A. What does it mean to flake on a friend? Nobody likes a friend who cancels last minute, but there is a specific slang word for this behavior. If you make plans for 10 a.m. and you make your friend promise to actually show up, you might say, "Don't flake on me." Here is the answer. To flake means to cancel plans at the last minute or to be unreliable. If someone is a flake, it means they say yes to things but rarely actually show up. Ideally, you want to be the person who says, "I won't flake, I promise." It comes from the idea of something falling apart or flaking away. It's a really common term in dating and friendships. If someone says, "I'm so sorry, something came up," and they do it 3 times in a row, they are flaking. Don't be that person. Question 6a. Why is being called sick actually a good thing? This one confuses so many people. You buy a $200 jacket. You wear it to meet your friend. He looks at you and says, "That is a sick outfit." Should you be offended? Here is the answer. Absolutely not. You should be flattered. In casual slang, sick means awesome, cool, or impressive. It is a total contradiction to the medical meaning. If you see a skateboarder do a crazy trick, you say, "That was sick." If your friend gets a new car, "Wow, that ride is sick." It's usually said with a bit of emphasis. You can't just say it in a monotone voice. You have to feel it. "That is sick." However, context is key. If your friend looks pale and is coughing, and you say you look sick, then you are talking about illness. But if they are dressed like a king, it's a compliment. Question 7a. Does being beat mean you got into a fight? After a long day of work, or maybe your car broke down, your boss was salty, and you had to deal with family drama. You finally get home. Your friend asks how you are, and you sigh, "I am totally beat." Here is the answer. Beat here is short for beaten down by life or exhaustion. It means you are incredibly tired. You are exhausted. It does not mean someone physically hit you. It's a mental and physical feeling. You might also hear people say, "I'm dead," which means the same thing, just extreme tiredness. But beat is very common. "I can't go to the movies tonight, I'm beat." It's a valid excuse to stay home, order pizza, and do absolutely nothing. It implies you worked hard to get to that state, so people usually respect it. Question 8a. How do you politely delay a plan using double check? Let's say you get invited on a cool trip, maybe a cultural trip to a castle or a weekend getaway. You want to go, but you aren't sure if you have a group project due or a family dinner. You don't want to say no, but you can't say yes yet. Here is the answer. You use the phrase, "I need to double-check my calendar." This is the perfect polite buffer. Double-check means to look at something again to be absolutely certain. It's way better than saying maybe. It shows you are responsible. You are saying, "I want to go, but I need to verify I am free." You can also say, "I can't commit to that date just yet." To commit means to give a final promise. So, the formula is, "Sounds fun, but let me double-check my schedule before I commit." It buys you time without hurting anyone's feelings. Question 9a. Can you say a restaurant is the bomb anywhere? So, you went to a new Italian place and the pasta blew your mind. You are telling your mom about it. You say, "That restaurant is the bomb." Here is the answer. The bomb, specifically with the in front of it, means it is the best. It's incredible. This pizza is the bomb. However, you have to be careful with context. There's a funny story about someone saying this at an airport. Do not use this slang at an airport or a bank. People will take it literally, and you will get in trouble. But in a casual setting, referring to food or a movie as the bomb is classic 90s/millennial slang that is still used today to show enthusiasm. Just remember, food is the bomb. Explosives are not cool to joke about in security lines. Question 10a. What does it mean to bounce from a party? We have all been to that one boring event. The music is slow, the people are tired, and you just want to go get ice cream or go home. You look at your friend and say, "Let's bounce." Here is the answer. To bounce means to leave. It suggests leaving quickly or eagerly to go do something better. It's not rude, but it's very informal. You wouldn't say "let's bounce" to your boss at a meeting. But with friends? Totally. "This place is boring. Let's bounce." It's active. It sounds like you have a better plan. It's much cooler than just saying, "I would like to depart now." So next time the vibe is off, just tell your friends, "I'm ready to bounce." So, there you have it. 10 ways to take your English from textbook student to cool local. Whether you are splitting the bill, feeling salty, or just trying not to flake on plans, These phrases are going to help you flow in conversations so much better. If you found this helpful and you want to keep improving, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to Learn English with Jennifer. I post videos like this to help you speak confidently. I want you to feel like your English is fire every time you open your mouth. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't be a stranger. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.